Today I'm going to show the results of a project I performed to find a good Gold Expert Advisor on the MQL Marketplace. I'll show you the process I followed and what I believe are some very good options for different budgets based on the results. Before I continue though, I'd just like to say it means a lot to us if you could subscribe. Many of you haven't. The videos must just pop up and you're able to watch them and maybe don't even realize you have missed to subscribe. So if you like the content we create, then please quickly double check if you haven't subscribed and do so if you'd like to. It costs you nothing, and this one-click action really does mean a lot to us. Okay, so first let's take a look at this project from a high level. Basically what I did was I went onto the marketplace, found EAs that had out-of-the-box settings, and a provided set file for gold. So you can see here I've got a summary, so basically I'll explain it as I go, but there's the 12 expert advisors. We've got the prices here, and you can see I've punched in the results and I've got some numbers here, which I'll explain in a second. But just to show that point on the listing, so maybe if I grab this one here to show what I mean, what I basically did to select all these, I just typed in gold and the whole list comes up, and I've just clicked through lots of them that look good, and I've had a look at the listings. Now you can see we've got ABS Gold Grid EA here, and what it's got everyone that's satisfying my criteria. So specifically it's gold on the H1 time frame, martingale system, and minimum deposit, all that's fine, but also it's got a basic set file. So it's basically just a plug in, put it on this time frame and use this set file. So that's exactly what I did. And I was looking for other EAs that all had that similar criteria, just specific gold, H1 or whatever time frame, and a set file. Not all of them do, and some of you need to do for yourself. Okay, so once I had the 12 EAs that all satisfied this criteria, I then made sure to set the lot size for all of them to the minimum 0.01 fixed lot size, and I ran the back test for 2 years. I input each into the spreadsheet to estimate the monthly profit with a 10% risk on a 10k account. So I'll show you that again, just to let you understand the inputs a little bit more. So basically all I've done, you can see here, they've all been running a 10k account with the smallest lot size. You can see the profit here is then basically just divided by the number of months. It's actually 23 months, so just less than 2 years, but it's divided by the number of months to give this value. So that's the monthly profit estimate with the smallest lot size. However, if we're going for a 10% risk, it's not a fair comparison because some of these have much smaller drawdowns. For example, let's have a look at these two here. They both make pretty good profit, one a bit below 2,000, one a bit above, but this one's got a third of the drawdown. So in actual fact, this one's got a better return to drawdown ratio, and so we could, for the same risk, triple the size of this one. We could trade 0.03 and we'd make considerably more money and have a pretty similar drawdown. And so this is then normalizing things. So it's basically multiplying the numbers so that it's assuming that they all have a pretty similar drawdown that is close to 10% with a bit of a safety factor, in this case 1.5. So this is a reasonable estimation if I was to set my risk properly for this type of account, 10k, 10%, that we'd be expecting to make about this percentage of profit. So I hope that makes sense. Looking for a good value and ideally low cost EA that looked worth trading, and really many look good actually, but for selection purposes in this instance, I was ideally looking for a high number of trades is always good, an estimated monthly profit above 1.5% when I would if I was to set my risk correctly, and as low cost as possible, of course. And also I was kind of in the background, I'm also looking for something that is suitable for a $1,000 live account. I was also interested to see, just based on the results, if the more expensive EAs on the list showed their worth in the back test. Right off the bat, I like the look of these three, which I'll just make bold. And I think this one looks okay too, actually. And then this one as well. So yeah, these all look pretty good. We've got two quite cheap ones here, and these are mid-price 300, and they're all above that 1.5%. And these are actually looking pretty good. They're like 5 to 6%, so that's looking excellent. And they've all got plenty trades. So let's have a look at, this one stands out immediately because it's the cheapest of these ones. It's going to make, estimated to make about 4% a month. So I've got the back tests all saved here. So it's the Golden Flow MT5. So let's have a look at that. Now, this does look good, but one thing I just don't really love is that I just don't like that this has happened so recently, which is pretty much the worst drawdown that it's seen. I mean, equivalent to anyway, you've got it here, you've got it here. That's pretty flat. Then you've got it here too. So it's not uncharacteristic, and I would be interested to see how it went a little further on. So maybe put it on a list, but maybe that's not my top choice right now just because of its just drawing down at the moment. Let's have a look at the ABS Gold Grid as the other kind of cheapest one on the list. So the ABS Gold Grid setup, it's an amazing balance curve, that's for sure. And it's even as late, it's looking pretty good. So let's mark that one as looking pretty good. So we'll mark that one. I'll just make it yellow. Gold, let's just have a quick look at Gold Dahab and Gold Stream. Again, it's gone a bit flat lately. I don't love that. The Prop Gold, I think, was another one. Prop from Gold. So let's have a look at that. It's gone a bit uncharacteristic lately. So, my concern here is that it's maybe been a bit optimized, and then, it's been on the market and it's not quite performing as well as that, so I'm not loving that one either. Okay, let's stick with this one just now. I mean, it looks good. It's a cheap EA, 109. It's making nearly 2% a month, and it looks good. And as I said, I'd like to trade it on a $1,000 account. So let's just change that to that. And for a 1,000 live account, I'd be having a 50% drawdown is acceptable, and actually suits that pretty well because we can see that 50% of 1,000 is 500, and so it's kind of saying, well, it's looking like it could even make 10% a month nearly and stay within that with a safety factor of 1.5 because its worst drawdown is 327. So yeah, there's quite a few good looking ones there, but like I said, the graphs maybe on some of them, I'm a bit wary of, but that one looks good. Let's just have one final look at a final check I'd like to do, which is that I actually did this test quite a while ago. So let's go have a look at the ABS Gold Grid, and you can see, I say a while ago, I did it precisely a month ago, right? I did that a month ago. It looks like it's pretty steady profitable. So let's now go and have a look at this, and we will grab the ABS Gold Grid. What did I say it was on? H1, and we'll back test it up till pretty much, we'll do it till right now. Every tick based on real ticks. And let's just quickly run that. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to backtest. Oh, no, I don't want to do the whole thing. I actually just want to, that'll just take time. I just want to do the last month. Let's go 11/19. So that'll be a quick backtest. So we're using the most accurate backtest model. There we go. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, it's made profit. In 1 month, it's made $106. It's had a drawdown, but that's like under half of what it says its worst drawdown would be. So that's aligned with everything behavior-wise. So it's done well in that out of sample month as well, and it's probably pretty similar. So I'm pretty happy with that one. So this one looks good. I'm happy to try this one out on a $1,000 live account with a small slot size, and it looks like it should trade pretty well. Also remember, another takeaway from this is expensive is not necessarily better. As we can see from the table, if I just move back a second, we can see that these ones, that's pretty expensive, and these two here. Now these two, most of them are around the 100, 300 kind of range, but these two here, probably pretty good EAs, but they're like, 1,300 each, and they're not really making much more profit. This one would be interesting. It's a bit more realistic than this top one, which seems crazy. I mean, it almost seems like an insanely overfit result, personally. I'd be interested to try it if, anyone willing to throw that kind of money at an EA, it might be interesting results, because it certainly looks like it can make some insanely profits because the drawdown is so low, but it seems a bit unrealistic to me. So, I mean, these all seem a lot more realistic, and like I said, this one I've got a bit of confidence in just from the tests I've done. So I would just say expensive isn't necessarily better, and testing is kind of important. So now I just need to select a broker to trade on, and I'm going to choose Blackwell Markets for their fast execution speeds and excellent trading costs. I'm going to start with $1,000, but if it performs live as well as the back test after a few months, then I'll use the Academy link I'll put in the description, which allows me to open an institutional account for just $2,000. And for that, I benefit from 50% reduced commissions and even lower spreads, which are already excellent. This would usually require a $20,000 deposit, so it's a great deal. So there we go. A great looking and great value Gold EA from the MQL Marketplace that looks able to bring a nice steady 4% of profit a month, which is fantastic. Another thing to know is this is actually something we are doing on a daily basis, not just with the MQL Marketplace EAs, but with many of the best third-party strategies out there. We're always looking for new expert advisors to enrich our portfolio, and we share all the results. It's a constant process of back testing, testing on demos, small live accounts, until we get the best EAs on the bigger live accounts. So let's have a look quickly at the algo trading space platform and see the Gold EAs that we have actually been through this backtesting process and demo, and we're actually trading live. If we go here, we go to the website and go to live trading. So we can see here, we've got all our live accounts here, and let's just have a look at the gold example. So here we go, we've got dark gold here. So dark gold, which is, I think it's $200 now, so $199. And we've got it trading on two live accounts here, a $3,000 and a $1,000. One's just been only there for 17 days. And another one there for nearly just over half a year. And we can see the statistics here. So one excellent thing to look out for is the monthly gain. So we can see here, again, great. That's made consistently about 2% a month. And again, this one here, 3% a month. And we can see the track record of the one that's been running for 6 months. Fantastic. That's been running for 6 months. And look at that balance curve. And also it's important to check out the equity. Wow. Okay, so that's an excellent, running really well actually. Often you'll get these dips in equity, but this is very much following the balance line. So fantastic looking Gold EA there. And all the settings that we run can also be downloaded from the platform too. So that's just to show that you don't need to do all this. It's one way to do it, but if you go on the website, you can really fast track your progress there. Also, please check out this video where I review another fantastic EA that's trading gold as well. Trade safe and bye for now.